It's Scotch Test Dummies. It's Bart and Scott. Today we're going to be talking to you about Laphroaig. It's coming from a quarter cask, the quarter cask Laphroaig. And we're going to talk about Bob Bergdahl on the White House lawn.
Are you going to let me talk at all?
Sorry.
Let's test it. All right, we're back.
We're back. Now what we're talking about today when it comes to Bob Bergdahl is not anything to do with the politics. Take the politics out. Bruno, you get invited to the White House. I don't care who's in the White House.
Now, you're going to show the picture. Let's show the picture real quick.
All right.
You'll see the picture.
The picture's
You're
up.
going to see maybe even the video clip of it. Can you get that in there? Maybe
probably
the
not
photo.
the video, but there'll be some stills right now. You're
see
looking at it right now.
President Obama, Mrs. Bergdahl.
Yes.
And we forget her name.
Yeah, Johnny.
And Bob Bergdahl in the background.
Right. Now, first of all, before we go much further, did you notice the walking waistline hug?
Yes.
That
go watch, if we can't get the video in here, go watch the video.
There's going to be some stills. You're going to see it.
President Obama is escorting Mrs. Bergdahl out, and if the ACLU is serious about assaults on women,
no,
they should investigate the president right
See,
now.
I think you've gone too far even there. All I'm saying is it was friendly. Okay, that's more like what like your uncle does with your wife when
your wife's uncle.
Your wife's uncle.
Yes, her uncle, not your uncle.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't want your uncle groping your wife.
I wouldn't say grope. Let's give the president
getting friendly.
It's close. I mean, let's just be honest. If you're walking and you're doing the walk along waistline hug, that's a connection. I mean, right from the get-go, I'm watching that when I'm seeing it, and I'm like, wow. If I was the husband, I'd be like, hey, hey,
I know you're the president.
I appreciate everything you did for my boy, but what are you doing there?
My boy out in Afghanistan.
Hands. What are you doing?
You're not taking her on a cruise.
Baby, and she'd be like, he's the president.
Back off.
Yeah, you're not taking her on a cruise. Yeah, so right off the bat, I thought maybe Bergdahl Bob was wearing a jacket and in protest threw it down on the ground. And
he's not protesting anything at that point.
Well, no, but I'm thinking, why would you show up for a presidential anything? You're at the White House, a jacket.
He's not, in the picture you see, he's not wearing a jacket. He's got on a shirt and tie.
Right. Clip-ons don't go around here. I'm just saying. You ain't got no clip on.
Right.
By the way, did you notice President Obama had no tie on? It almost
I think he gave it.
Yeah, it was like a blue tie.
I think he gave it.
I think Bob showed up without a tie. He's like, dude, you got to at least have a tie.
At first, I think surely the president's got staff people that would be like, Mr. Bergdahl, you need a tie.
Maybe.
We've got a slew of them right here. We're going to give you one.
A slew.
Instead, but I don't think that the president would go here, Mr. Bergdahl. Let me give you my tie.
If he
I'm going open collar.
If he did, put that on tape, because that's a cool dude. Cool dude saying, hey, I don't care necessarily what I look like. I'm the president.
Yeah.
Here's a tie. People are going to mock you.
Yeah.
The Scotch Test Dummies are going to mock you if you don't have on tie.
Now, they say that Sears is in trouble financially, and I don't know how if Bob Bergdahl is shopping there.
First of all, who says that?
Sears is in trouble.
Sears is not in trouble.
Yeah.
They're solid.
You don't know.
I'm buying stock right now.
With Bob Bergdahl shopping there, I don't know how they're financially in trouble. What?
I think you went too far.
That's not too far.
Let's just stay on this. So he gives the press, first of all, he's got like a rubber band and he's got like a mini ponytail going on. Now again, if you want to do that, you want to do that. But tell me this, you got to have a coat on. You're at the White House.
What? Yeah. Ooh, hey.
What?
Hey, Mr. President, these some pretty fancy digs you got going on here. How many bathrooms you got up in this place? I even got to go outside and go to the crapper.
Right. You gotta go. You gotta go. And we're gonna get on the press and we're gonna do our thing right live. And I don't even have on a coat.
Mr. President, I was in there in that big fancy kitchen you got going on in there, and that cooler that plugs into the wall. There ain't even a Pabst Blue Ribbon in that thing.
I think you went too far again. I'm just talking about wearing a coat. Here's the deal. Even if you don't have a suit that fits, you don't. No. Don't
look at this.
No,
look at
look at
this.
What are you gonna attack J.C. Penney's next? Next, you're gonna attack J.C. Penney.
This is some fancy.
Here's my deal. No,
are you one of them 1%ers?
No. All I'm
you're
saying
one of
is
them 1%ers, ain't you, Mr. President?
All I'm saying is, if you're going to the White House, again, I don't care who's in it. If you're invited to the White House and you decide to go, you're going. If you don't have a suit with a coat, buy it.
Mr. President, you got one of them there cement ponds? What's with the beard? What is with people as a symbolic gesture?
Right. Supposedly he was not going to shave his beard until his son was back, and his son was gone 5 years.
What does that do?
I don't
get it.
I heard there's some kind of there's a beard trend. Now I'm going to say this: if I grew my beard for 5 years, it'd be much more impressive. I like Grizzly Adams' beard.
Now, did Mrs. Bergdahl, did she not shave her legs for 5 years?
Oh my God, you've gone somewhere again.
Or her armpits.
Oh, what are you doing? She was wearing a sleeveless. She had a sleeveless dress on.
No. So what's with the beard? I just don't get it.
Well, yeah, I don't get the beard thing. And and it should have been more than that in 5 years, unless, I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe that's a 5-year growth. Maybe we know I'm hairy. But don't you think you could go buy a coat?
Yes.
Or a suit? I mean, if there's anything that makes you buy a suit, invited to the White House, suit. It will fit. It may not fit you 2 years from there, but it'll fit that day and you're going to look sharp. And God knows if you're going to do a press briefing, surely they knew they were going to do a press briefing. If you're going to be on the news,
Mrs. Bergdahl,
she did great.
Very nice.
Great. And then he got up. I'm like, what is this?
Yes.
I still think he might have just blown the whole thing because he was miffed about the hug.
I thought maybe it was one of the Taliban prisoners we released.
Oh boy. Let's not go down that. We're avoiding that.
That's like the 6th time you said that.
I know. I'm trying to avoid the politics of it. All I'm saying is, I don't care if you're left, right, or center. If you're showing up at the White House and you agree to go, I don't care who's in there. If you agree to go, you show up. You put on.
I would be happy to go meet the president.
Any president.
Yeah.
I would fix my hair.
Would you get it cut?
Yes. All right. Laphroaig, it got pushed aside in the midst.
Getting it out of the way.
Yeah, I had to clear it.
We didn't even start into your rant. We were both going to go into a rant.
A rant?
Remember?
I don't remember. Yeah, I know. We didn't rant.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is
going off about the kitchen and the refrigerator. And you actually brought up the Natty Light.
I did forget that.
Remember all that?
I forgot it.
We were going to get going back and forth. Do we want to shoot one of those and see?
We're good. We're good. My main deal is a coat.
You said that even the PBR might be. What's wrong with PBR?
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
You're doing the wrong road right there.
PBR could be the Professional Bull Riding Association.
Don't even go down that road with the PBR.
I'd have felt like you were going low.
PBR is a very popular beverage.
But when I consume it, I call it by its full name, Pabst Blue Ribbon. I think PBR is...
I opened up your Scotch for a change.
I love it.
Tell us about it.
All right. First of all, I want to tell you the first time I had Laphroaig, and it was this exact bottle. My daughter, Olive 21, got it for me for Christmas. She blew the wife's Christmas gifts right out of the park. And I was like, what are you doing buying Scotch? I couldn't believe it. She had a coworker who loved Scotch, and he said, hey, get him this. And I told her, awesome, you are the best kid in the world for buying me Scotch for Christmas. Hold on, what are we doing?
Now, the first time I did have the Laphroaig 10-year, I did not care for it.
All right. Now
you got this quarter cask Laphroaig, and I thought it was a much better Scotch.
It's got a sweet A hint of sweet.
Laphroaig is a heavily peated Islay Scotch. In the quarter cask, they've gone from a traditional sized oak cask and then put it into a quarter cask for a while, and that's a much smaller cask,
right?
And it allows it to draw a lot of the more flavors from the wood.
Now this is neat. So I got a lot of alcohol, but it's got more of the traditional. I don't want to say ashtray-ish smoke. Does that make sense? I mean, when you go peaty smoke, you can have more of a sweet smoke or whatever. This is more of the stiff. I don't like to say ashtray smoke, but it's got that kind of resonance to it.
A lot more pungent, I would say. Not ashtray in a bad way. It is a lot more definitely in-your-face smoke.
Right.
Right at you. And that's what it is. There's no questioning. And actually, this is even neat, was very smooth. That's not me, that's your phone over there on the counter. But thank you for...
Sorry. There's a buzzing going on. I thought it was his phone. It was mine. I'm sorry.
Don't even go there.
Don't do it. Don't go on no past blue ribbon. You know why? Because we got a lot of PBR fans that are watching our show, and you're going to disenfranchise them. If you make fun of the PBR, you're going to disenfranchise. They're going to be like, I ain't watching that Scotch Test Dummy show no more. I ain't watching it because they just made fun of the PBR.
Diplomatic.
They just made fun of the ribbon.
Going on there.
They made fun of the ribbon, and we're out. Subscribership gone. Undo the subscribe.
Don't do it.
No more comments. All right, what do you think of this? All right, you're getting a different smoke here. I know I've done the Peat Monster blended. You are getting much more of, I don't know, when I taste the Laphroaig, I think cigar, and I'm not a cigar smoker. I know you are, but I feel like the Laphroaig would pair well with a cigar. Yeah. Now, you're more of the cigar man, but it has that kind of smoke to it.
The Peat Monster is a blended, so you're going to get several different. I think they're using Kaolila, they're using Laphroaig, maybe they're using Lagavulin, throwing it all in there. Talisker. Laphroaig single malt, so you're getting Laphroaig only, and it's definitely a quality peat. It is. It's very smooth. I don't get too much over the peat. Are you
I get
anything?
A lot of the peat. I get a strong. Oh, right. No, the subtleties. No, the peat's predominant here. The peat's running the show. I mean, you can get a little bit of the sweet smell and the flavor, but early on you're getting a mild. But as soon as you get it swallowed, you're talking.
There is a little bit of sweetness, but I can't tell you what it's from.
It's a sweet smoky.
If it's like a brown sugar sweet or a citrus sweet or
I get it more like a citrusy
floral. There is something a little bit sweet there with it.
It's good.
So.
All right. Well, just to tie back in, no offense to the PBR crowd, but
we did not mean to offend any.
But Bob
or anybody that shops at Sears.
I know you've been through a lot, sir. I know there's a lot of criticism.
If we did, we apologize.
Sorry, Sears. There's a lot of criticism on Bob now. We're not going into that. All we're saying is you could have helped yourself out with a little bit of a trip to maybe Men's Warehouse.
If you've never seen a refrigerator before and you refer to it as the cooler that plugs into the wall,
the fridge,
we apologize.
See, I don't know. I just don't feel as comfortable on that.
If you still refer to it as a cement pond, we apologize.
Or the fridge.
We did not mean to offend any cement ponders.
True. Scotch Test Dummies, Laphroaig Quarter Cask, Bob Bergdahl. Get you a jacket, and President Obama. Watch those walking hugs.
Maybe some advice even to Obama's staff. Have some on standby. Maybe some jackets and some ties.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, if you're going to the White House lawn, that's the time. Interviewing for a new job that you really want, going to the president in the White House and going to be on TV. Heck, they'd probably give you, well, maybe not. Put it on a credit card. Just do it. Come on. And rock the beard. I like the beards. I'm a beard guy. If I could have a beard, I'd have it.
You should show the picture.
I can't.
A picture of you with a beard.
I might.
Cilantro.
I can find it. I love beards. Cilantro. See you guys later. The hair. The history show. Yeah.
That's why I was ignoring you.
Yeah, I noticed.